Hi everybody, it's Annette from The Art of Intuition. Today we're going to talk about when to ask other people for their opinions. It's a quick answer to this one. The question is never. We should never be asking anyone else for anyone else's opinion. Now I'm going to explain that, but I want you to remember that. It's never really appropriate for us to ask for someone else's opinion. So I'm going to say that, and there's some caveats to it. So when we are asking for someone else's opinion, it's a very disempowered state for us. Because no one knows us like we know us. But in the beginning, there's always a beginning somewhere. We don't feel the connection within ourselves. So we ask other people. We'll get on all the forums and ask, what should I do? What should I do? Some of it's accountability. We don't want to be accountable for the choice. So we ask somebody else, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Because I don't want to be accountable for it. I don't want to be responsible. So there's a lot of, it's a place where we are not connected. So I want everyone to look at that energy within themselves, because we all have it. There's no judgment in it. We've all done it. Now there's a part of this process where you will kind of stop asking other people for their opinion because you kind of know the answer already. You know the answer, so you don't ask people. And then you get to the process where people start telling you, even though you didn't ask them, which is a massive overstepping of boundaries in a sense, energetic boundaries. If someone tells you that something you should do. But I want everyone to remember that that's a part of the process where they're sort of testing us to see what we're going to do. They're sort of us testing us to say, okay, well, I'm going to tell you what to do. What do you think? Do you want to do that now? But you're still just kind of clearing the energy in your body. Even though you did it and you're trying not to do it anymore, you'll still have people kind of coming at you with their opinions because you still kind of hold the program and you're trying to get through it. So you'll notice that'll start happening a lot more. People will start telling you what you should do once you try to get out of the energy of asking people what you should do. Because the more connected you go inside, the more you know what to do. Our connection inside is the most powerful connection we have. There is no one else who knows us better than we know ourselves. That's it. Work on the connection inside. Now, there will be times when you say, well, I can't get the answer. I go in and I can't get an answer. And that happens to me. Sometimes I go in, especially if I'm emotional about something, I can't get the answer. I'm too wrapped up in the answer. I have too many attachments and cords of what I want the answer to be, so I'll say, oh, I'm not getting it. Now, this can work a couple of ways. Sometimes I'm getting it, I don't like the answer I'm getting. And sometimes I'm not getting anything. So when that happens, there are some things we can do. What I will do is just say, okay, universe, I always talk to my universe, show me the answer. I'm not asking a particular person for it. I'm not asking someone's opinion for it. I'm just saying, reveal. Because I'm too caught up in the emotion around it. Reveal the answer to me. Now, if I have it's something that I can kind of say and then kind of move on with my day, I'll get the answer almost immediately. I'll look around and see a sign on a truck. I'll hear a song on the radio, and I'll know it's my answer because the question pops back in my head. You'll get the answer. You're just kind of asking for outside because you got so much inside about it, you can't see it. But you're not asking for any particular way to get it. Sometimes you can also say, okay, if the answer is yes, have so-and-so call me today. That's how I'll know. That's how I'll know. And in the beginning, in all parts of this process, sometimes we just want validation. But be careful when you ask for the answer inside. You go in and get an answer and you're like, oh no, I'm going to ask outside now because I don't like the answer I'm getting. Be careful a little bit about that because you might get into what I like to call it the letter from Hogwarts answer, where there was a scene in one of the first Harry Potter books and in the first Harry Potter movie where they got a letter and they didn't like what the letter said, so they kept trying to hide, and they went like far, far away and latched themselves in this little corner of the world, and then like a zillion letters started coming in. It started coming in everywhere. So you might get one answer, you might get the same answer again, and if you don't listen, your universe is going to attach that answer to a brick and throw it through your window, in a sense. So look at the answer. Don't shy away from the answer you're getting, even though it might not be the one your human wants. It's going to be the soul-aligned answer, because you can't get away from that. You're going to get to that one way or the other. You're going to get dragged through it. You're going to get hit with a brick with it. But you're going to get the answer. And if you try to avoid the answer, you're going to really get hit. Everywhere you go, you will see that answer all over the place. So I want everyone to look at the energy we have around asking other people. Ask why we ask other people. Why do we think someone else knows us better than we know ourselves? When should it be appropriate to ask someone else? And in my case, I never ask another opinion. I just don't. I will open it up to my universe to see. If I am asking another opinion, I know I'm in a very human disempowered state. If I go to one particular person, because remember, everyone's an aspect of you. You know who to go to get the answer you want. You can go to the aspect of you that's the big softy. You can go to the aspect of you that's the real hard ass. You know you're going to get two totally different answers from two totally different people. And that's okay. You can game the system. The human will game the system all it wants to. But only truly do you know the answer. And 10 times out of 10, we kind of already know what it is. Okay, everybody. Remember, go inside first. Get your answers. And keep practicing the art of intuition.